This is Miss Andrea, and this is not another homeschool vlog. So, it's been crazy. Like, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy semester. It's been a crazy year, but let's just stick with the semester. So, at the beginning of the semester, anyone who follows me knows that my homeschool program kind of became homeless. And we ended up doing classes sometimes in my home, sometimes upstairs from a craft store. We're doing our drama club in our park for two reasons. Number one, it's hard to spread germs outside, and actors tend to make each other sick. And number two, because we don't have a suitable space to do theater rehearsals. And it's been so cold in Georgia. Like, the days of our rehearsal always end to be like these torrential downpours or just icy wind. Even as recently as last Friday in Georgia. It's been nuts. So, but here's the good news that people have been waiting for. I have a lease. I have a lease to a permanent space. It's signed. I paid my deposit. Got a call from the landlord yesterday because I was supposed to get keys in 2 days on the 15th to inform me that the tenant who was in my space, who is moving to another one of his spaces, is not ready to move yet, and I'll get the keys the last week of April. The reason that's a problem is because my school year is almost over, and I haven't had an open house. To pay for the new space, I need to expand my program. To expand my program, I need to show people my space. The school year's almost over, and once again, I've missed the time window that most homeschoolers make decisions. I guess I'll stop waving my hands because the camera's focusing. I missed the timeline that most homeschoolers take to make decisions about what they're doing next year. So once again, I'm going to have last minute people looking, and then they're going to be wishy-washy because they're going to be indecisive. Lasai. So I'm checking my email now. I spoke to my parents, and I asked to move our final program because the second week in May we're doing Hamlet at a local theater, and that's a huge opportunity for the public to see us, and we'll make some stage announcements and do all the advertising and all that. And then instead of the week before when we were going to do the closing program and the party, we'll do it the week after, and that way we'll have another opportunity to invite people who are thinking about using our program in and get some visibility that way. But, it's just irking me. And it's so crazy because he's like, yeah, I can't give you the keys to the end of the month, but you can go ahead and pay the rent, pay the deposit, then go ahead and pay May's rent. And I'm like, I'm paying a week-to-week rent somewhere else, and I'm not going to pay that and next month's rent when there's a chance that I'll still be paying that person next month. No. So, well, I didn't say it to him that way. I just let it sit, and I said, well, since I can't get in, can the fire marshal come through while the other people are still occupying the space? Because the fire marshal has to issue the certificate of occupancy for my use. And so I was going to not be able to open for a week or so anyway, because I had to get the fire marshal through. So now actually the good news is, but I would have had my furniture and I would have set up, I would have made it lovely. The good news is I'm not paying rent for the time that I'm waiting on the city to do its paperwork. If the fire marshal agrees to go in while the previous tenant is occupying the space, especially since they don't have it like chock full, you can see all their walls, you can see everything, They've taken very good care of the space, and they're just not messy. So, it's just kind of a pristine space. So if that works out, then I'm not paying rent for the 2 weeks that I'm working with the city to get my paperwork together. I can start paying for rent once everything's approved, and I can just hit the ground running. So, the biggest problem in all this is, we started searching for a space in January. We actually started searching for a space the week that COVID started, March of 2020. And then that happened, and we kind of folded in and said, let's wait out and see what's going on. And so we were ready to start looking for a space again at the end of the school year. We weren't ready to drop everything we're doing and start this massive space search, because we were already felt like we were over our heads in producing and directing Hamlet, which is a 3.5-hour show. It's intensive. And so we thought the hardest thing we were going to have to do this semester was produce Hamlet, and it became just one of the several things that we're doing. And the space search has been the more stressful, because if you know anyone who's been house searching, you know that residential real estate is nuts. If you know anyone whose rental lease is expiring, you know there's a problem, because the renewal is crazy and moving is crazier. Same if you're looking for commercial space. It's just nuts. What I would have paid $1 square foot per month for 2 years ago, I am now paying $1.50 for it, which means I'm getting a smaller space. I'm literally going to be operating out of 1,000 square feet. Period. Bare bones. Office, classroom, the end. And then 6 months to a year later, when the guy next door to me moves out, then at that point, hopefully, I'll be ready to double my space. I have first dibs on that space, which will give me the end of the building, because there's 5 units. I'm in the second unit to the end, and he's in the end. So that'll give me the end, the whole end of the building, door on the side, 2 doors in the front. So that's great. So that's what's going on with that. And that, my dears, is why I have been MIA. I am stressed. My hair has been falling out by the handfuls. I have been struggling with wigs and hair pieces, and they all give me a headache. I need someone to make a custom wig for me that has gray at the temples. Because when I put on a black wig, my gray shows, and then I also have gray here. And that looks crazy. So I want someone to custom make me a wig with a bob with gray temples and gray nape, because that's my gray pattern. So anyway, so what else? So homeschool stuff, right? The year is ending. If you haven't applied to college, you're in trouble. If you're a senior, you can get into community colleges right now and get started that way. If you haven't heard back, you might from your main colleges, you might want to go ahead and look at other options. You might want to consider gap years. But as I've been telling you all year, college applications need to be in by Thanksgiving. So if you missed the ball, do something different this summer. Create an experience this summer, and kind of a gap year situation, kind of some kind of service project, and apply for January, because there's a better chance of getting in January anyway, because as many applications aren't coming in January. So there's that. Very pleased to hear from some ladies this week who have not only been following my videos but caught hold of the series I did on starting your own homeschool program, and they're starting a homeschool program. So like, I'm super inspired. This is why I do what I do, and honestly that's what got me to make a video, because I'm so stressed. I've got acne. I'm 53 years old. Why did I have to put on makeup to do a video? Why is my face covered? So yeah, I've just been super stressed. But it really helps to hear from people who watch my videos. Comments mean everything. And I don't do this to get paid. I'm going to be super honest, and hopefully it doesn't come off weird, but I don't do anything to get paid. My husband supports me well. We have 2 houses and we're good. Everything I do is to pass on my knowledge, is to help other people. And I really want to just transform the way people think of education, because I believe that there's some things about public school that are redeemable, and while there are some things about homeschooling that fall short if you're not careful, when you take the best of both of those worlds, you have something wonderful. And I don't just want to advocate homeschooling. I want everyone to rethink, everyone to rethink the way we do education. So if you have questions, comments, or other, please leave it below. Those questions really do help me come up with ideas for videos. Matter of fact, there's a couple that I need to go back and answer. I will do another live if you all are into it. For me to do a live, I need to have like 20 questions ready to go. And also a commitment that people are going to show up for the live, because talking to myself is real fun. I will do a live on a Saturday around 1 p.m. That is the best time for me, and I probably won't be able to get to it until maybe Saturday, May 7th. If not, the 21st or later, because end of the school year is oppressive. So that's all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for visiting my channel. I saw my stats yesterday and I was kind of blown away, considering the fact that I hadn't really made any videos lately. Check out the tool that I recommended in the last video. It's really cool, and more people are mailing me things that are really cool for me to check out and recommend. I won't recommend it if I don't like it. So just know that, okay? So that's all I have. Until next time. Bye.